third in this year's draft after acquiring Houston's pick last season. And Pro Football Focus suggests that while Tua may not be a bust, the team would be smart to draft another QB this year at number 3. So, Shannon, you have been a Tua supporter. What's your response to this idea?
Yeah, Pro Football Focus makes absolutely no sense. That's like my financial guy said, well, Shannon, you're struggling on the money end, but it'd be smart for you to go buy a new car. Who the hell? I thought you said I was struggling. I'm trying to make this. You said go buy a new car?
What if your car that you have right now is a lemon?
It ain't no lemon. 9 games. Skip the man that played 9 games. You got to look. Miami has capital. They got the 3rd pick, the 18th pick. They got 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders. They got 4 of the top 50, 3 of the top 36 picks. So, Skip, for me, they need playmakers. Their receivers, they drop too many passes. They don't have enough playmakers for Tua. And Tua, what is Tua used to having? Playmakers out the gazoo. I mean, Jalen Waddle had Ruggs. He had Jerry Jeudy. He had
the Heisman Trophy winner.
Devontae Smith. He had Najee Harris. Skip, he needs playmakers. And you have the resources to give him that. You still have cap space to attract somebody in free agency, Skip. I would not spend that. Because the first 2 picks, I believe, off the board will probably be, and if I'm Miami, I'm smart. I'm not telling you what I'm going to do. Somebody might want to come on up here, Skip, and give me something. I might give me another first-round pick and be able to get the people that I want to put around Tua. So I'm not telling you. I was reading the paper yesterday. Brian Flores could have come out and said, Tua's our guy. Why would I do that? That's the problem. I'm not telling you what I'm going to do. That's the old Belichick. I'm not telling you what I'll do. Come draft, when we get closer to the draft, make me an offer I can't refuse, and you get that 3rd pick. But I wouldn't do it, Skip. I would not do it because Tua wasn't even really supposed to play this year. So basically, you got an opportunity to look. I believe he will be just fine, put some playmakers around him, and go play and win and contend for the division next year.
So, Shannon Sharp.
Yes.
This is the first college quarterback that you ever latched onto.
Yes.
And I believe you picked the wrong college bandwagon to drive into pro football.
I'm riding with Tua.
I told you before the draft, I told you last year during the year, this is not the right guy. I don't think Miami wanted to take him 5th overall. They felt forced to because they couldn't make a deal with Cincinnati for the 1st pick for Joe Burrow. I think they, by far on their draft board, had Joe Burrow ranked above Tua.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Especially with that injury, Skip?
It reportedly, he had 5 different surgeries while he was playing college football at Alabama. What Shannon Sharp always preach, hurt in college, hurt in the pros. So that's issue number 1. That's big red flag number 1. Is he a great kid? Yes, he is. Can he be a leader for? Yes, no doubt about those intangibles. But he's about 6 feet tall. And he's a soft armor to me. He's a dart thrower, and it worked at Alabama because he had a track team. He had 4 first-round picks at wideout because I think Jalen Waddle will go in the I know he hurt himself. God bless him. I'm knocking on wood
He'll
for him.
probably be healed by the end.
But hey,
he's going to run a very fast time.
He's going to run very fast. He'll be somewhere later in the first round, I think.
Yes.
And my God, Devontae Smith. Not only do I believe he'll win the Heisman, but is he going to go top 5?
Yeah.
He dominates games. He takes over games. And Tua had all these, and you mentioned Najee Harris. Is there anybody better at that position right now? And you can hand it to him, or you can just flip it to him and let him cook in the open field.
Well, Skip, for me, look, if somebody doesn't come up and make me an offer I refuse, I'll probably take that big tackle. And then I'll use some of my capital to come back up and probably get a Devontae or Jamar Chase, one of those guys. But I need to surround. I need playmakers for Tua. Okay. And I believe if I get some playmakers, I can contend.
So what do you do with this stat? On big-time throws, the throws 20-plus down the field this season, he was the worst in the NFL in his percentage of completions on big-time throws because he's not a big-arm quarterback.
No, he's not.
That's not what he does. You can argue he didn't have enough weapons to get downfield.
Well, Skip, if you're not a big-arm quarterback, you have to throw on anticipation.
Yep.
And he's not ready to do that yet because at Alabama, the guys were so wide open, he can let them be open. But if you don't have a big arm, Skip, you got to throw in anticipation. Your anticipatory skills need to be exquisite.
And he had a career-threatening hip surgery.
Yes.
That raised grave doubts around the league about how high he should go. And he did recover, it looks like 100% from that, but it took away a little bit of his quickness to my eye.
It did,
I don't
yeah.
see him move quite the way he did at Alabama.
And plus, Skip, guess what? He rehabbed. Now he get a chance to train. Because you remember now, he was just rehabbing. He was doing no training. Now he gets an opportunity to train. You watch next year.
Okay, so they
Book
have
it, 30 tubs.
They have the 3rd overall pick.
Yeah.
30 touchdowns. Okay, I'm going to put that.
30 tubs, book it.
Okay. Case it?
Case it.
I predicted Tom Brady would throw 40 this year, and I hit it right on the nose.
Yeah.
So I don't know about 30 for this kid.
30 for Tua.
Well, are you sure he's going to be the starter?
Yeah.
What about Fitzmagic? Is he still going to be there? Because all the big moments this team had this year were Fitzmagic.
We might have to let Fitzmagic go because Tua's going to continuously look over his shoulder as long as he knows that guy there.
Yeah, his big brother. It's not even his big brother. It's his father,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he going to have to go.
Okay, so they got the 3rd pick. So they're going to have to think long and hard about where will Justin Fields go? Or, I'll go one better for you, could they package the 3rd with all their other draft haul? What if Jacksonville would think about giving up Trevor? I don't think they would for any amount of draft capital.
Skip, you remember what happened in '89? It was between the Cowboys and the Packers. And for some boneheaded reason, the Packers won the game, and they lost Troy Aikman. The Packers selected Tony Mandarich.
What was that about?
You see what happens, Skip? When you that high and you believe that guy, Troy Aikman and the Peyton Mannings and the John Elway, they change franchises. Tackles don't really change franchises, Skip. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And if you believe you got that guy...
Well, you just said somebody's going to want that big tackle from Oregon, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying, who wants him? Now, I'm not necessarily I want it, but if somebody come up and make me an offer I can't refuse, well, hey, but I'm just not moving out of that top spot. I'm not giving up Trevor Lawrence.
All right, so what have I seen from Justin Fields? Well, the other night, he was off the charts sensational. It was almost like he didn't even have to look where he was throwing. He was just rearing back and firing it, and it was hitting somebody right in the hand.
Yes.
I watched him carefully against Indiana and then against Northwestern.
And you didn't see, I didn't see that.
He wasn't great.
Right.
He was hit and a lot of miss.
Right.
And it scared me. And I know I saw in Todd McShay's draft order, he dropped him from 2 all the way down to, I believe, 9th.
Right.
Okay, now what? What do you do with that? Because I don't know if you can play any better.
No.
Obviously, than he played against what I thought was a pretty good defense.
I mean, you think about it, and the pressure that the other kid was under, Trevor Lawrence, and he still threw for 400.
He did.
That's why
he had quietly a pretty great
That's
game.
why he's going #1, Skip, is because of what you saw him do under that kind of duress.
Okay, but if you fall in love with Justin Fields, should you think about it? Because Justin Fields can move now.
He can.
He's a big kid.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence can move.
Yeah.
So you're not. It's not like it's a substantial, downgrade. You will get Kyler Murray one, and you're gonna get a statue in the other. Trevor Lawrence can move. You Skip. They run him on a lot of QB draws.
Yeah.
And remember, he housed it on Ohio State last year.
He did. So I watched Zach Wilson in his bowl game, and I don't know what to do with it, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sold.
I'm just BYU quiet.
No, I got it. And then I haven't seen Trey Lance, so I don't know what to do. But I'm just saying, a lot of people are going to fall in love with one of those quarterbacks up high.
Yeah.
So are you going to trade your pick, or are you going to fall in love and say, we got to go up, we got to upgrade on what we have with Tua?
I wouldn't do that, Skip.
I think in their heart of hearts, they don't think Tua is the long-term solution.
Because even if you upgrade, Skip, you're never going to get the value that you gave up to get him. Nobody's going to give you that kind of... Look what Josh Rosen got you. No, you trade that, you're not going to get back compensation for him.
It's just a reminder that you are not given much time in this league to succeed, and that's what we're seeing right now with Tua. We'll have to see how it plays out. Shannon, I know you were excited about this at the beginning of the show. Did Luka